Hello everybody, Ewan Spence here for All About Symbian, and it's the first of my 2011 video diaries. As usual at this time of year, I'm heading over to America for just South by Southwest this time, no other conferences, interactive film and music, and we take this chance to take a phone and go out on the road and actually try it, find out what it's like. Now, thanks to the success in previous years where I've been working with mid and low range phones, Rafe has finally decided to give me something with a little bit of pizzazz, namely the Nokia E7. And pizzazz like that. Little keyboard device, as you can see here, we're already started the challenge. Right now, we're in the most important bit. I'm going to fly over, so it's a transatlantic flight. It's about 10.5 hours to take me into Dallas and such like. It's economy seating, very small, very cramped. Much more useful to use a device like this than even an iPad or a full-size laptop, which is what the camera is resting on just now. So, I'm going to look at three things, four things actually, because overall of this is battery life and endurance. The first thing is music play. How does it cope as a music player, environment, what does it do with battery life? The second thing is media streaming. I have on here West Side Story, so we're going to attempt to watch all of that and hope that nobody else in the plane actually joins me singing along to some of the songs because I am so pretty. Kids, look it up. And thirdly, I'm going to write a review of an application to find out how good this little QWERTY keyboard actually is in practice when you have to use it in anger to publish something. And I know reviews of phones always go, and I review this part of the phone by writing it actually on the handset, but it's an important test. You have quick copies. This is an E-Series enterprise device, and it is, writing stuff is important, not surprisingly enough, video like this. It's all fun and good as well, and you need the text to back it up. So, I'm going to head to the plane now, and we'll see how we get on in the air. So here we are in the flight. As you see, we have the E7 hand layout and my little friendly travelling companion, the C6. I'll be using this to review an application, and now the reason I have two phones is quite simple. This one is for the UK, and the E7 is going to be used for the US. Right, let's call up Word Find. Now, smart-eyed viewers will have spotted that I actually reviewed this yesterday on All About Symbian. It doesn't take as much time to process a text review as it does to go through a bundle of video. So, right, let's assume that I've done the review and everything, and call up the E7. Dead easy, hit Quick Office on there, and you have the... Oh, look, I'm halfway through already. Isn't it the wonders of post-production? What gets me is this. Two fingers isn't what you'd normally do. That's what the old sign people do. You kind of need to use more fingers on each hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of getting into the habit of using my left hand with just two fingers and my right hand with three fingers, remember. As long as I remember to use my fingers. Yeah, see, look, two taps. It's kind of slow. And I get cramp in my ring finger, actually, on my right hand. So, at the moment, before I get the muscle control, need to try and remember to bring that up. You see what's not on the bottom of the phone there? Little rubber feet, which means you can play Bolero, like Torval and Dean, as you go around there. It's just not the greatest of things, and it's probably the biggest flaw of the E7. What's useful is to put stuff underneath. A little bit of Velcro, maybe thin bit of worn sticky tape or masking tape or something actually, wouldn't look perfect, but put that in there and it would just give a bit of tackiness that would allow you to, it would kind of keep the phone in position as you type through. Now, what you don't see in the video here is I actually worked out later on that if I put the blanket that I got from the airline on the table, that gave enough so it was actually much easier to type and have that sort of horizontal component of my fingers and going in. Of course, in an aircraft, it's very loud, so what you need is a good pair of headphones like I have here. So, headphones plugged in, and we can call up the music player from the main home screen. Nice big play button at the side. We've got our album art kicking in. Touch on that, and you can bring in the volume, which interestingly has 20 graduations as opposed to 10 on this 5th edition devices, which gives it a little bit more granularity in the volume. Those of you who've heard me do reviews will know I like that sort of thing. And there's the emergency exit. And there's Alec Baldwin. So, of course, I actually find this more useful in portrait mode. Still have our volume slider, but you have... Look, all the controls are still here. It just feels better. There's also this. You can see all of the track names and scroll through the albums. When you stick it into landscape mode, you don't. You just see the album covers. You actually get less information here than you do otherwise. Look, I have to actually tap on an album to see what's on it. Not that I don't know who's singing in the Eurovision Song Contest this year in any case. But I don't know, grrr, yes. So there we go, headphones in. Can I hear anything? No, I can't hear anything. Not even the overdubbing voice that I can't quite match up to. So there we go, look at that. What a beautiful view out of the window. Sky and clouds, and let's close that up because now it's time to go into cinema mode and look, as promised, a little bit of West Side Story. For contractual reasons, we're not going to be playing that audio. But what I can show you again is the controls. Volume control, only 10 gradients on the slider here. Different UI element to that of the audio player. Very, very interesting, but nice, bright screen. You can see everything that's going on, and look at it. Look how sharp the colours are. We can use our... What you can't see, because it's dark, is that we can use the cursor keys to actually control forward, zooming in back. Oh, yes. Now that's a scene. That's a scene. Hand him the coat. Good man. Now, here's the other two things that I want to point out. Look at that. Sunlight streaming in, as you saw earlier. CBD screen still can make that out perfectly. Can still see what's going on. And if I just hold that up in front of the screen that the airline gives me, the E7... relatively, is bigger. And there's Alec Baldwin again. So here I am in Austin. Long-term watchers of the video diaries will recognise that I'm in the same hotel room, or at least the same shape of hotel room. I book the same hotel every year. Right, E7 though, something that I didn't have last year. End result, pretty good. Did better than I thought it would. I actually thought that this would run flat on the last sort of leg of the flight, because I had 3 legs. 2 reasons it didn't. Okay, the first one is, I did something that's almost impossible, which is I managed to sleep for 5 hours in an economy class seat on the plane. Which is nice for me, but maybe not for the desk, because there's always stuff that happens around in flights, and you're not going to be using it 100% of the time. Although, to be fair, when I was sleeping, I did have the music player having Mike Oldfield on in the background, and the songs of Distant Earth, so maybe it's still valid. Can I write and do stuff and work on this when I'm flying? Yes. As you've seen, Word Fan Review is now posted and live, and Steve will now put a caption at the bottom telling you how much editing was needing done on it. Can you listen to music for the whole flight? Amazingly enough, yes. I thought it would, because we had the Edinburgh, London, Dallas to Austin, it would stop. Didn't, kept on going. Can you watch good movies on it? Well, West Side Story is always a good movie, and yes, you can watch on it, and you can mix and match all of that stuff, and the battery actually gets you through. Yeah, congratulations to the E7. So, what happens now? Well, now you can get in touch with us here at All About Symbian, or you can find me on Twitter, @Ewan. Suggest challenges and things for me to try with the E7. For everybody who's being smart and going, try and take a picture of a business card. I have a file of facts a lot of the time. I just write down people's details, or I use Hashable. Now, Hashable is an interesting one, because there's lots of social applications that are being premiered here at South by Southwest. Not all of them are specifically targeted towards the Symbian 3 devices. How will I get on with them? How will I get on with things like Twitter, the new Foursquare, Koala, Groupon, all of that stuff? We'll find out in the next diary. For now, I'm Ewan Spence, and this is All About Symbian's video diary around America with the Nokia E7. Thanks for listening and watching.